Greetings everyone, I am Mehak Chawla. I welcome you to CEC Gurukul lectures. I am an arts educator and Bharatanatyam dancer and disciple of Guru Srimati Geeta Chandranji. Today we are going to proceed with the non-functional aspect of the purpose of art. Art stands not as a supplement but as a core pillar of holistic human development. One of the most profound non-functional contributions of art is its capacity to bring people together emotionally and culturally. Unlike language or political boundaries, art speaks a universal language, one that transcends differences in geography, background, or belief. A shared artistic experience, be it through song, dance, drama, or visual expression, has the power to create bonds, stir collective emotions, and foster a deep sense of belonging among individuals, even in diverse or divided societies. In a diverse and multicultural country like India, where people follow different languages, faiths, and customs, it is often through shared cultural practices that unity is experienced. Festivals such as Durga Puja, Navaratri, Holi, Diwali, Eid are not only religious or seasonal celebrations but also the expressions of community spirit. During these celebrations, the streets come alive with folk dances, devotional songs, street plays, and intricate decorations. Drawing, people come from different communities into shared participation. These artistic practices create moments of joy, unity, and shared cultural memory, strengthening emotional bonds and a sense of belonging among all. Now we move to art as a bridge between communities. When two communities with different languages, histories, or customs engage in a common artistic tradition like a ritual dance, storytelling, performance, or musical exchange, a space is created for dialogue, empathy, and peace building. The rhythmic patterns, shared movements, and symbolic gestures act as a bridges between hearts, helping individual to look beyond differences and recognize shared humanity, tribal and folk tradition across India such as Santhali dance, Bihu, Lavani, Yakshagana and Pongcholim often serve this function within regions, fostering unity within diversity. It also works as the international exchange and cultural diplomacy. On a global scale, cultural exchange programs where artists, musicians, dancers, and theatre groups travel across as powerful instrument of cultural diplomacy. Government institutions like Indian Council for Cultural Relation facilitate these exchange to promote mutual understanding, respect and goodwill among nations. Indian cultural delegation, for instance, showcase traditional art forms such as Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Odissi, Manipuri, Mohiniyattam and many more at international festivals and cultural forums, offering the world a rich and authentic glimpse into India's artistic heritage. At the same time, these exchanges allow Indian artists to interact with global tradition, fostering dialogue, appreciation, and collaboration. In doing so, such initiatives nurture global citizenship, cultural empathy, and peaceful coexistence, bridging differences through the shared language of art. Now we move to national identity and collective sentiment in the non-functional aspect of purpose of art. Even within a nation, art plays a key role in shaping a collective emotional identity. Patriotic songs like Sare Jahan Se Acha, Vande Mataram, or the national anthem Jana Gana Mana stir deep emotional chords across generations. These are not just compositions, they are symbols of unity, pride, and shared history. When sung or performed, they evoke a powerful sense of togetherness, even among people who may not speak the same language or come from the same background. Similarly, large-scale artistic events such as Republic Day Parade, Kala Utsav, Kumbh Mela, and many others are more than celebrations. They are cultural moments of unity, bringing together artisans, performers, and audiences from every corner of the country. Through such shared experiences, a common identity is formed, not by uniformity, but by the celebration of diversity. Art has a special ability to bring people together, reduce misunderstandings, and remind us of our shared humanity. Whether it's a folk dance, a play, a painting on a wall, or a national song, art helps people feel connected no matter how different they are. It shows that deep down we all experience similar emotions and values. In this way, art is not just something we enjoy, it's a way to building understanding, kindness, and unity among people, which is important for a peaceful and caring world. Now we move on to art as a path to creativity. Art, at its essence, is a celebration of creativity. It is rooted in imagination, emotional depth, curiosity, and exploration. Whether it's a child doodling with crayons, a dancer interpreting a dance piece of music, or a writer weaving a narrative, each artistic act is a journey into new ways of thinking and seeing the world. Art invites individuals to move beyond conventional boundaries, to question, experiment, and express their unique perspective. Engaging in any form of artistic activity, be it painting, sculpting, composing music, designing costumes, choreographing a dance, or writing poetry, encourages the brain to think in non-linear, intuitive, and innovative ways. It opens up pathways for creative problem solving, emotional expression, and the exploration of abstract or complex ideas. For example, a Bharatanatyam dancer portraying the theme of bhakti, which is devotion, may use mudras, abhinayas, angika abhinaya, and rhythmic patterns to express deep reverence and surrender to divine. Without the need of spoken words, the performance conveys intense spiritual emotion, encouraging both the performer and the audience to feel and interpret the essence of devotion through symbolic and emotional language. Art also help build resilience and the ability to adapt. A dancer might miss a beat but quickly regain rhythm. A painter may turn an error into a new idea, and a writer often revises many times before finding the right word. Through these experiences, artists learn to embrace challenges, stay flexible, and keep improving qualities that are essential for creative development and personal growth. Now we move to creativity beyond arts. In the 21st century, creativity is recognized as a critical skill, not just in the artistic world but across all sectors. National education policy strongly emphasizes the integration of creative and critical thinking into all levels of education. It encourages multidisciplinary learning where students can combine subjects like science and music or mathematics and design to nurture well-rounded innovative thinkers. Creative thinking plays a vital role in areas like science, technology, entrepreneurship, education and social change. Whether it's developing a new invention, designing an intuitive app, creating eco-friendly solutions, or reimagining classroom practices, success often depends on the kind of originality and adaptability that artistic practice builds. Engaging in the arts strengthens our ability to imagine possibilities, understand different perspectives, and share ideas clearly and effectively. Skills that are increasingly important in today's world. Now we move to the artistic edge. When something is shared through art, like a health message, performed as street theatre, a social issue highlighted through a song, or a product designed with creativity, it naturally grabs more attention, connects emotionally, and leaves a deeper impression. Artistic expression makes communication more powerful and relatable, allowing people to connect not just with information but with the feeling behind it. In addition, art encourages people to enjoy the journey or the process of creating, not just focus on the final result. It nurtures patience, dedication, and a willingness to explore new ideas, all of which are important traits of creative thinking, especially in today's fast changing and demanding world. Art fosters original thought, experimentation, and emotional expression, making it a key force in developing creativity. It helps individuals not only to dream up new ideas but also to bring them to life with understanding, confidence, and purpose. In today's world, where innovation and fresh thinking are more important than ever, art continues to serve as a valuable and enduring path to creative exploration and personal growth. In a world often driven by results, speed, and utility, art gently reminds us of the value of slowing down, reflecting, and simply being present. Ultimately, the true worth of art lies not in what is produced, but in how it shapes us as human beings, more sensitive, more connected, and more alive. It reminds us that not everything important in life needs to have a clear function or purpose. Some things like beauty, emotion, and wonder exist to be felt, experienced, and celebrated. Now we move on to the next introduction and language of art. Human beings have always sought to express their inner feelings, emotions, and ideas in ways that transcends spoken language. One of the most vivid and enduring method of such expression is through colors, shapes, and forms, whether applied on a flat surface like a canvas or carved into stone, wood, or other material. This creative process gave birth to what we call visual art. Among the oldest and most celebrated visual art forms are painting and sculptures. These are often grouped under the category of plastic arts or fine arts, distinguished by their ability to transform raw material into expressive forms through skills and imagination. Over centuries, they have evolved as systems of visual expression governed by the principles of visual language, a language made up of colors, lines, textures, forms, and spatial relationship, which is how things are placed and arranged in relation to each other in space. At the heart of all visual art lies vision, quite literally the sense of sight. Without the ability to see, one cannot perceive the vibrant colors of nature, the interplay of light and shadow, the shapes and proportions of object, or the nuances of texture. Vision allows the artist to observe the world, interpret it, and recreate it in a new form that carries personal meaning, social commentary, or pure aesthetic pleasure. Visual arts extend beyond painting and sculpture to include architecture, the art and science of designing spaces. Architecture combines functional needs with aesthetic sensibilities, making it both a utilitarian and an artistic discipline. From the intricate carvings of Indian temples to the sleek lines of modern skyscrapers, architecture stands as a testament to humanity's ability to blend beauty with purpose. While visual arts primarily rely on the sense of sight, there are other forms of artistic expression that engage both the artist and the audience in real time. These art is known as performing arts, which includes music such as singing or playing an instrument, or dance, or theatre, which is acting. Performing arts differ from visual arts in that they require a live or recorded performance to be experienced, often unfolding over a span of time rather than existing at a static object. The performing arts are dynamic and interactive by nature. They rely not only on the skill of the performer but also on the energy and response of the audience, creating a shared emotional and sensory experience. The essence of performing arts lies in body language, movement, voice modulation, facial expressions, rhythm, and timing. All of this which communicate emotions, narratives, and concepts. In addition, they may incorporate elements like costumes, props, design, lighting, stage design to enhance storytelling and atmosphere. Performing arts can be scripted or improvised, deeply traditional or boldly experimental. Classical dance forms such as Bharatanatyam, Manipuri, Odissi carry forward centuries old tradition while also embracing contemporary themes, much like modern theatre and contemporary dance, which explore new creative territories. In many cultures, performing arts are closely tied to rituals, festivals, and social gatherings, serving both artistic and communal purpose. One of the defining features of performing art is their ephemeral quality. Each performance is unique to the moment it happens, shaped by the performer's mood, the setting, and the audience engagement. This fleeting nature makes them especially powerful as they exist vividly in memory even after the stage falls silent. In both visual and performing arts, the ultimate goal remains the same: to convey something deeply felt or imagined in a form that can be experienced, interpreted, and appreciated by others. Whether it is the stillness of a sculpture or the dynamic energy of dance, art in all forms bridges the personal and collective, the inner world of the creator and the shared space of human culture. Now we move to the language of art. Art has its own unique language, a way of communicating ideas, emotions, and experiences without necessarily using spoken or written words. Just as human beings use verbal language to convey thoughts, art uses its own set of elements, techniques, and symbols to reach the mind and heart of the audience. This is because human beings have an inherent quality not only to express themselves creatively but also to recognize and appreciate beauty in various forms. In literature, whether it is a poetry, drama, or prose, words are the medium of communication. Here, the verbal language is shaped through vocabulary, grammar, and style. The careful choice, the careful choice of words, their precise meanings, and their arrangement into well-formed sentences determine the literary quality of the work. This is not just a natural gift but an art form developed through skills, technique, and an understanding of aesthetics, the principles of beauty and emotional impact. Similarly, theatre is another form of communication, but instead of existing only on the page, it unfolds in a shared space, the stage. The primary element of theatre language is the spoken words, which conveys the narrative and dialogue. However, theatre communicates most effectively when speech is combined with other elements such as acting, mime, costume, facial expression, emotional delivery, lighting, position of actors on stage, and their gestures. All of these work together to create a multi-layered form of artistic communication where the audience not only hears but also sees and feels the story. In music, if I talk about the music, in music, whether vocal, or instrumental, the basic language is sound. In the Indian classical tradition, this sound is recognized through the Saptaswaras, which are the 7 fundamental notes Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. These notes, when arranged in different combinations and patterns, create ragas, each with its own mood, emotional appeal, and time of performance. The character of music also depends on other variables such as volume, whether it is soft or loud, tempo, the speed, and the rhythm, the patterned beat. Together, these elements form simple sound into melodious music capable of evoking powerful emotions. If I talk about dance, in dance, the body becomes the primary medium of expression. The movement of the body, position of the limbs, hand gestures, which is mudras, abhinaya, are used to communicate ideas and emotions. The expression of navrasas, which are the 9 aesthetic emotions, which is love, laughter, sorrow, anger, heroism, fear, disgust, wonder, and peace, forms the emotional vocabulary of dance. Along with these, music, costume, and ornamentation enhances the beauty and clarity of the message conveyed. If I talk about painting, the essential language is color. Colors evoke emotions, create mood, and guide the viewer's attention. But color works in harmony with other visual elements like lines defined by shapes, brush strokes create texture and energy, composition determine the position of images, and the use of space balances emptiness and detail. Similarly, if I talk about sculpture, the handling of chosen material, which can be stone, metal, wood, or clay. The modeling of the forms create meaning. The way a sculptor carves, smoothens, or textures a surface becomes part of the work language. All these elements, whether they are words, sounds, movements, colors, or forms, make up the formal language of art. Mastering these language is essential for an artist to communicate effectively. Over time, these elements are developed into the structure, the content of the art, giving each work its distinctive voice. Ultimately, the language of art allows it to transcend boundaries of geography, culture, and even spoken language, enabling it to speak directly to human souls. I conclude here. Thank you.